I love decorating for Christmas, and I love decorating with super unique gifts. So today I am going to show you how you can macrame a door hanger with sleigh bells that is super cute. Okay, to get started with your door hanger with sleigh bells on it, we're going to need approximately 75 feet of 3mm cord, and I chose burgundy, which I have the link down below that I found it on Amazon. We need to have 4 sleigh bells. The ones I picked are 1¼ inch wide. You need to have elastic hair bands. I just got these at Dollar Tree. That's what we're going to use to go over your doorknob. You'll need to have scissors and you'll need to have a work board. I have a board that we use in the video Macrame Tips and Tools that work really well, but you'll need to have a work surface. So let's get started. Okay, here is how we're going to get started. You need to have 8 cords that are cut 9 foot long. And I have one left to attach here, so fold it in half, take your curved end, put it under your band, and pull your tails through. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So just kind of pull them close together. The majority of this pattern I found out of this fantastic book called the Macrame Pattern Book. I have the link down below. I have the cords attached as we had shown, and so to divide it in the 3 sections, we have the 4 on the outside here, the 4 on the outside here, which we then have 8 cords left in the middle. So to get started, you're going to do 5 square knots on these first 4 here, and you're going to do 5 square knots here. So let me show you how you do a square knot. Square knots are always done with 4 cords, and you put your left cord over the center 2, your right cord goes over that, then goes behind everything and comes through that hole. And you pull it up tight. Now you take your right side and you lay it over the center cords. Your left one goes over that and comes up the hole that is created by your outside cord, and you pull it up tight. So that is 1 square knot. And one of the tips that I got from that book, which was fantastic, is to figure out which cord do you do next. The back of this cord knot here is where this cord comes out. This cord comes out the front. This one comes out the back. The one that comes out the back is the cord you do next. So we're going to do another square knot. So we lay it over the center. Your right one goes over the one you just laid across, and bring it up in that circle or half circle. And draw it tight. Now this one goes out the back, so this cord goes next, goes over the middle 2, the left goes over that one, and comes up into your half circle. And draw it up tight. And now you have 2 square knots, 1 and 2. So we need to do 5 there, and we need to do 5 there. But while I have the camera set up, the middle 8 cords are going to make 1 big square knot. And so, as I had said, you deal in cords of 4 on a square knot. Now, to make it 4, they're just 2 grouped together. This will be 1, this is 1, and these are 2. So we have your left one goes over your right goes over that. So we're doing 2 at the same time. And through that center hole and pull it up tight. We do the same with these 2 that is acting as 1. So we go over, and we come up that hole there. Okay, so we don't do any sleigh bells yet, but From here, we're going to do 5, and we're going to do 5. Now this center section gets separated back out to do 2 columns of square knots. So we're going to do 10, and we're going to do 10. So I'm going to turn off the camera. When I come back, we'll have 5. We'll have 5. We have your big one in the center, 10 and 10. So this is where the fun begins. We get to start adding sleigh bells. So what's going to happen is these 2 here are going to come together, and we're going to do a large square knot there, and then you will have these 2 come together inside of here. And so it just kind of makes a nice, cool pattern. So to do your sleigh bells, we are going to bring the inside cord of the 2 that are going behind, and we're going to put a bell on that. And the best way I've found to do a bell is just to take a really thin wire. This is just some floral wire. Take your sleigh bell, stick your wire through the opening, and put your cord through the bent end of the wire, and just pull your cord on through. And we need to do the same with this one. So we're going to add, or stick the wire back through again, and pull your wire. So here's the big picture. We have the sleigh bell is going to be there, and underneath that sleigh bell, we're going to do 1 large square knot again. And so remember, the large square knots deal with 2 cords at a time. So we have 2 on the outside, 4 in the middle, and 2 on the other outside. So we're going to do 2 over the left, bring the right under, pull that up nice and tight. Now we're going to do the right over, left over that, and go under. And pull up nice and tight. Okay, you have the large square knot there. Now we divide these out, and it's just a super simple pattern to remember. We're going to do 10 square knots on this side and 10 on the other. So big picture, the reason you only did 5 on the first 2, because that's just half of a pattern. So now we do 10 and 10, 10 and 10. When we bring these together, we will put another bell on there. So let me do 10, and we'll show you to do the bell one more time, and we'll be really close to finishing this up. Okay, bell, 10 square knots, 10 square knots, 10 and 10. So now these are going to come around under. So we'll move those out of the way off to the side. And this cord and this cord now get a bell. So insert your wire, put your cord in, insert your wire again, put your cord in. Now we do 1 large square knot again. So divide out 2, 4 and 2, and do the large square knot. Pull it up tight. And we are on a roll. So as you can probably guess, we do 10 square knots here, 10 square knots here. These come around and do a bell. These come around and do a bell. So we're going to continue this pattern until we have 4 bells, and then I'll come back and show you how you finish it off. Okay, I have just added my 4th bell. And so this is what we have going on right now. We have the 5 square knots, then it went down to 10, and then it went down to 10. Okay, so at the bottom, when you add that last bell, we're going to take all of the cords and make 1 massive square knot. Up until now, we've been doing the square knot with the 8 cords. This time, we are going to use all 16 cords. So lay them together flat as you can. And now we have 4 and we have 4, and in the center you will have 8. So we're going to lay these 4 over. These 4 go under and through the hole. Okay, and pull your cords so that there's no gaps, any of them caught up behind. Okay, I have all of them adjusted so everything's nice and tight. Now I finished the knot off. The right goes over, then the left goes under, and pull them. So at this stage, what you're just having to make sure is that all of your cords are in nice and tight to make your ending knot. Then at this point, I'm going to measure down just roughly 7 or 8 inches. I see that there is the end of one of the cords is just a little bit over 7 inches, so that makes a nice ending spot for me just to cut the remaining cords. So there you have a Christmas door hanger that super easy, super fast. I do have other Christmas items on the channel for you to make, so check out the rest of the channels. But if you ever have any questions while you're making this, just comment down below and I will help you out the best I can. But as always, thank you for watching DIY on the House.